I think I'd probably rather blitz than try to like get return spheres by beating this guy. I think we need to push forward with the story. What was Stamina Springs used in customization for? Again, nothing useful, I think, that would benefit me in this challenge. Let's just have a very quick look, though. Oh my god, 3 turns. Okay, yeah, it's trading 3 to 1. Yeah, I think without some kind of auto-phoenixy strats, you probably can't do much against it. Yeah, this guy's rough. Negative status Doom is 200 turns. Wow. And you can do all of the breaks on it. Interesting. But yeah, we're not going to be able to do much against this guy. I think if you had some very, very, very specific preparations and you can just let loose with Farplane and just edit together whatever you want, I'm sure you can start to build something that can stay alive against this guy. But for now, at least, that's not where we're at. We just get on with it. I want to see the damage, 8,600. You can power break it. And then maybe if you like double HP and buff Auron and stuff, you can survive that attack somehow. But not worth it for now. What is worth it is maybe having a look at stealing Petrify Grenades. Hey Adam, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So what you can now do, it costs 1,125 gil though, that's the thing. Like, how much do you get for beating it? You might not be able to beat it. That's also a problem. Because you'd have to use a lot of dream powders and stuff, so I'm not sure how great it is to try and beat it. Springs do strength, defense, magic, and magic defense percent. Okay. Okay. I mean, if you could get 3 steals, that'd be amazing. That's great stuff. Now we just hope to kill it. 50%. There you go. So this was a perfect outcome. If you could do this every time, then great. Like, farm this guy. You'll be fine. Let's see. 700 and something gil I think I saw there. So it costs you about 400 gil a pop, which isn't too big a deal. Yeah, exactly. I beat Chac. Right. Let's see. 6 Petrify Grenades. This is one of these where I think at this stage we need to just start hacking these in, because it's just going to be... We've shown everything that we need to show here at this stage, I think. Now, I think what could also be useful is potentially capturing in Macalania as well. Let me have a quick look at... I want to have a look at the Monster Arena list of like what you get. Let's see, where is it? It's the kind of thing where it's indefinite. You could obviously just make more money by going out and beating fiends anyway, so you can very, very easily grind for 99 Petrify Grenades here if you have the time. Wow, Bad Breath is 10 turns. That's awesome. Nice. So, let's have a quick look. If we want to backtrack, Macalania gets you 60 Shining Gems, which I think is pretty nice, because they do a big chunk of damage pretty quickly. So I think that could be pretty good. Thunder Plains is the Chocobo Wings. That's the one where I'm just like, I'm not sure that's worth it. Because obviously, as I say, we're trying to do this without hasting ourselves, because that still, to me, just defeats the purpose. Sunken Cave we don't need to screw around with. That's 40 silver hourglasses, which we do not need in this challenge. And if you try to go all the way back to Jose, you get 99 petrifying grenades. Okay. I think it seems to me like Macalania is worth it. I think we should head to Macalania. So I think we do Macalania as well. And then I think we try to move on to Defender X and stuff and see how we do. Hey Cody, welcome to stream. Good to see you. Macalania is quick. So are the fiends, man. We might get killed. Just because it's literally like a step down. This is still no sphere with auto-haste. It's not going to be a gimme. Those WALKTHROUGHS are going to be flying at us. So I'm not so sure. Yeah, but would you consider this quick? Okay, fair enough. If you think that was quick, then fair enough. I think we still kind of set up in a similar way to what we have been. I'll have to double check if there's much worth stealing from these guys. I don't think there is. I think now that I've heard that the challenge goes beyond Seymour Flux, I kind of... There's a lot of work to do. So I'm thinking, is it worth even going into the sunken cave? Can anyone think of a good reason why? What could we get from there? While I have a look at this, you guys decide whether you think it's worth spending time in there, or we go straight up Gagazette. No encounters. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a reason. Or we could just press like a single button and achieve that anyway. And assume that we just got it. Just saying. But yeah, it is a good reason to do it normally. First things first, let's spend some time here. And well, it has one of the best tracks as well. Always makes it a little better. I think, yeah. Oof. I think the trouble with this place is that the enemies have too little HP to be put to sleep with sleeping grenades and still keep them alive. So this is the kind of place where we have to start relying on like evading counter and whatnot. Oren basically survives here. I think we just take our time. Where, yeah, Oren survives this encounter anyway, so he might end up killing some of them. But it's fine. Let's try and get maybe this one. Okay, that's a good start. Oh shit, he doesn't have his evade encounter. My bad. Yeah, he doesn't, you're right. Riku. With the Buccaneer, does this guy have a Poison Fang rare steal? Let's find out. Yeah, that's nice. Can he get another? Damn it. But already the fiends are so much weaker that Waka just survived a hit straight up there, so that's nice. Okay. Let's maybe try and keep Waka alive here. He might have another chance. $260. Maybe she gets another Poison Fang. Poison Fangs are good, man. Nice. Okay. Give it another shot. Ah. Yeah, see, that's an example of, like, you can't do too much against that, but next time, obviously, we'll focus our attention on that one instead. I think here, let's switch to Capture, in case he gets lucky. Maybe we land the hit. Go Oren. Damn it. So we're going to switch everyone to Capture weapons and just see if someone can land a hit here and finish the job. Of course he killed Waka. You little bastard. Fine. Would Riku kill it on a counter? She wouldn't. So Waka's hit it twice and the TKO hasn't worked. And 2 hits are just about enough to kill him as well. We'll get it, definitely, but it's going to take a little extra. But I think let's just make sure of this one while we're here. Come on, Waka. There you go. Okay. And he's learned Slayer as well. Cool. Okay. Switch all these weapons back. I think this is a place where it's worth actually keeping the HP up, because I can survive attacks. I want to just trigger like auto saves now and then, just to make sure. I think the only one I'm worried about here is the double blue elemental. I think that one would be a bit of an annoying encounter. This one, obviously, we're going to hope for the TKO to do its job. But I shouldn't have left Waka out there. That was a mistake. I think it's fine. We just wait. Well, Waka's turn's a bit far, but he's going to die before. Okay, good. Come on, Waka. Yeah, this is where the Stone Touch already is going to start to shine. Not many enemies with resistance. I think I'm going to leave Riku out there. With her evading counter, she can probably handle a lot of stuff. Then again, if I do get the double water elemental encounter, I might need something else. Yeah, let's just keep it like this. I need to go to Lake Macalania as well, right? Did we? Were those on the capture list? Right, these guys. Yeah, we need the Snow Fiends. Okay. I think I don't need to steal from the Chimera either. It's fine. It's definitely a very common encounter here. Alright, another one where we're going to be hoping for Waka to just get the job done. And he does. This is more like it. Yep. Yeah, they give Arctic Winds, but that's one where I'm just like, I'd rather move on. So, of these 3, I haven't captured this guy. I think 580. Oh, would a grenade be enough? Maybe. I'm just going to try and leave the middle guy alive. With evading counter, I'm safe anyway. Of course, I didn't kill any of them. But Auron did. Let's get another Poison Fang. Why not? Now, Waka. Let's go. Nope. 181. I'm going to get Auron out of there because he's going to kill that guy. Kimari can just finish that off. Hey, Cotilionaire, welcome to stream. You are so right. I never learn. But that guy's sorted as well. Go in. Yeah, I'd rather flee. If I get a preemptive against it, I think it might be worth coming in for a quick Arctic Wind steal, but this is a stage of the game where I think elementals start to become a bit less and less important in terms of protection. And then you get to Omnis. It's different. But in general, okay, here we go. Now, the good thing is that here we don't have to actually mess around that much. We can use a sleeping powder. Is that A, B, or C? It's C. Okay, good. With the sleeping powder, we can already take out A and B. So that puts us in a much better position. And then here, as long as we have proof, we should be alright. So that awkward level of HP where I think there's a small chance, well, a decent chance I kill it if I toss another sleeping powder or a smoke bomb. So I'd rather just do 2 of these. Hey William, welcome to stream. Good to see you. Sorry about the notification. You're literally not the only one in this session. Someone else mentioned it. I really do wonder what percentage of people actually even receive one that have them activated. Like, I wish there were some stats on that. That'd be good to know. Don't think anyone else has waterproof. Yeah. Hey Sammy, welcome to stream. Good to see you as well. Okay, he's got a water ward, so he can chill. Oren survives that. Just gonna leave someone else in for now. We'll do another grenade, and then we should be able to finish it off. Okay. Waka won't be able to do it in 1 hit, probably. Oh, he did. 39. Nice. Just. Does that mean we've got all of the fiends in this bit? I think we do. I think we already caught them all. Francisco was right. It was quick. What do I know? Damn. Okay, we still have to go to Lake Macalania, but that's good stuff. Told ya. Sir Oran's the best. So from here, it's going to be fleeing if we get anything good. Like a preemptive versus a Chimera, we might take it. Oh god, I always run into this. Alrighty, let's go. Ah, we can get this now. 4,000 gil. Let's go. How much HP did they have? 400. I think for now, let's just capture the flan. So, same again. And then we'll just steal some of that. $639 still. Those flans have a lot of HP, man. I'm gonna just do this. This will still bring it down to size. And leave not a lot left. In terms of HP. 119. Yeah, that'll do. Steel's been a bit crap here. There you go. Okay. 119. Let's switch to this guy. This guy. Alright. So now we have 3 turns to try and get this done. We probably can't still. 89. Okay, that should be enough. Nice. Fight your sorrow. Finally able to catch another alive. Hey, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Glad you could join us for this one. And love the username. So Oren would be proud. Let's save. I think once those confusion guys come in, it could be a problem. This guy's outfit here, there are very few NPCs in the game that have this outfit, right? It's pretty unique. A herd of flying machine appeared in the skies over Bavel. Could it really have been the Al Bhed? But yeah, it's quite a unique NPC here, I feel. But yeah, as I keep saying, it's a great thing to do. I'd strongly recommend anyone who's ever played the game a lot, and you're the kind of person who's just looking for any new tidbits and interesting things about the game, basically take chances to backtrack as far as you can in the game. There's so much NPC dialogue that I still haven't seen at this point, where it's like if you go all the way back to Besaid, people are talking about like ongoing events in Spira, which I think is really neat, but it's just something that it's just so outside of the normal route of the game. It's a very linear game and you're always kind of pushing forward. But if you do take the time to go back, they've actually made the effort to give people lines like referring to what's going on in the game. So it's definitely quite interesting and I would recommend it. Yeah, these are like Kingdom Hearts skates or something. Giant feet. Alright, let's go back out there. Okay, we can get 2 more of these potentially here. I forgot to put Tidus out, but... is that going to cost us? It probably won't. Okay, good. Elma and the Chocobo Eater was pretty damn special. Of course Waka died. Oh, that's so bad. That's really bad. I'm just going to get out of here. Yeah, she is invincible there, but it's just like... I need to leave Waka out of the front line. I just want to bring him in so that he can Stone Touch. What's 41 Fahrenheit in like normal temperatures? Is it like 5? Something like that? Why am I not swapping Waka out? God's sake. This one... can I... just take it out in one go? Okay. That was not the absolute worst. Kimari, I'm gonna try and put them to sleep. But the problem is the poison. Are they gonna die from poison? No, I should have a little bit of a chance. Let's have a look at this. It is 5C. Okay, damn. I remember like 32 was 0. I remember like some kind of benchmarks, I guess, but... okay. Now. Which one do we take out first? C. Either way, we don't really have enough turns, because Waka... if TKO works, then it's fine, but if not... okay, good. That crit was really nice. And... Auron... does have his Beastmaster. Excellent. Okay, good. Ooh, -8 where you are, damn. That's always a classic. You just... all you need to do is kind of share the temperature where you are. And if you make any kind of hint that that temperature might be hot or might be cold, then you just watch the world roll in with like their own temperatures. It's never cold enough. It's like you're in like -37, you'll find that one guy that's in like Siberia that's like, oh, pff, like it's like -58 today. And then that guy will post, and then some guy in like the Antarctic Research Science Center or whatever will say, oh yeah, it's just like -78 today here. You'll always find that one person. Alright, so... is that all of them? No. Yeah, you're right. I think it's just the Mafta, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you live somewhere that can range from -30 to +30, then yeah, you've always got a shout of having like the warm or the coldest temperature in your like immediate surroundings, like friend group, you know. Honestly, nothing would surprise me anymore. Like the craziness of being on YouTube and the amount of people that you interact with, and like there could very well be someone who's spent time on the Antarctica research facilities that's watched some damn great content in the past. We just never know. Anyway, let's get down to business. What are we trying to do? I think this guy was the last one left. 710. Again, awkward number there. Let's just get rid of this one again. Let's do one of these. Alright. Just have to make sure Auron doesn't counterattack kill it. That would be bad. Or maybe we just get the Stone Touch to work here. No. Yeah, see, that's the risk. But I think we'll be okay. Did Kimari have a capture weapon? Did I give him one? I think I did, right? Yeah, this is what I mean. Good option here. And with that, I think that's Macalania done, right? Is Macalania complete? Anyone think of anything that I've forgotten to capture? Okay, let's get it done. The lizard in the forest. I think that was one of the first ones I captured. Okay. Let's go for... I keep forgetting, I'm like, we're done here. We need to go back to the Calm Lands. Let's just board the airship and just go. But this was a backtrack. So we have to go all the way back. Alright, let's go. I think we can definitely speed this up too. This way I think is still a shortcut. Yeah, true, I don't have far plane. Hey Akabar, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. A good morning and a beautiful life indeed. At least for those of us that get to enjoy the stream. But yeah, I think you're right, otherwise the backtrack might be a pain to like do second time. Let's have a look at the old far plane. I was hoping to not have to bring it in today, but we have to. It's a good way to track what you've been capturing. Always just takes some time to fire up for me. It takes like 10-15 seconds, which is weird. It's not like most other programs. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we've got one of everything. Good. We may resume. Yeah, I was pretty sure we'd captured it, but never a bad idea to double check. Oh, crap. Yeah, no. Was the Chocobo train over here? No. Alright, we're going to have to go the long way. It's fine. I mean, by the way, obviously I've hacked Flea in here, but all of these encounters are like if Tidus refuses to escape. These are game overs. Let's invest in some more dream powders here. Ah, oh, crap, it killed both. It was supposed to be a sleeping powder, that's my mistake. That's my bad. Yeah. Let's just try and capture it anyway. Oof. Game over coming. Oh my god, I literally just talked about game overs. Oh, Waka. That's how quickly you can get destroyed It all looks easy until you put 1 foot wrong. That's why you need to always keep your wits about you. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's try that again. Upgrade your CPU recently, but maybe your CPU is needed now? No, I upgraded my CPU, thankfully, as well, recently. I think it was like 4 or 5 months after the GPU. So in that sense, the system's in tip-top shape. It's just Farplane as a program. It just seems to... Whatever it's doing in the background while it's loading up, it seems to take some time. And that's been my experience, at least. The no escape, no encounters version of this challenge is freaking insane. Yeah. It is. I think that's a bit too much for me. You've already seen, like, I've kind of had to cut a lot of corners to keep the stream as entertaining as I can while still kind of sticking to the challenge and the philosophy of it. But if you really went down the no escape, no encounters route as well, it's pretty mad. Like, to me at least, it just feels like ultimately it's just more resets rather than it being... It obviously always just depends on what your idea of a challenge is. Like, I don't think you need to come up with particularly better strategies as a result, you know? It's just you have to grind more and you have to restart more. I think resource management would definitely become a lot more of a bigger issue with that, where you'd basically always need enough resources to deal with every encounter. So the farming side of it would be really, really important, like even more so than normal, but also incredibly tedious as well. Because obviously if you can't skip anything, you need the tools to take down every single encounter every single time, and that's a lot of resources, especially when you get into like the back half of the game. It's really rough. Okay, so that's our next set of captured stuff. Shining gem time 60. Bring it on. Okay. Get Sparta. Nah, shit, I should have had the Buccaneer. There you go. You can evade and counter this guy. Easy fight. Farplane win, we already have him. So you might be thinking, if you can evade and counter this guy, then surely you can just beat it, but the answer is no, because it uses that, which you cannot evade. But it's another one that I think you can probably put together some stuff that should be able to defeat this guy. Let me have a quick look at it. What can it do? Espada. Yeah, Blade Shower cannot be avoided. You can put the brakes on it, so it might be another one of those where potentially there might be some kind of way to power break and then double HP Auron and then protect him, defend, auto potion, auto phoenix, doom, something like that. I don't know, but I think whatever the case may be, it's not really worth it. At least we got some Farplane wins. Up to a whopping 62 now instead of 60. Okay. Cool. So now we have ourselves 60 Shining Gems and 60 Farplane wins. The Farplane wins, whenever I play, I almost always use them for death proof. But, of course, you can Death Strike as well. And in a challenge like this, having, like, Evade Encounter and Death Strike could be pretty nice. So, like, putting Death Strike onto this, for example. What do you guys think? Do we keep it for death proof? Or do we use it on an Evade Encounter weapon? What would you do? Either one of them can have it, by the way. Obviously, first strike would be lovely to put on these two, but unsure. But I think for now, what we can do, just for a little bit of boss battle action, is start to move forward towards Defender X and see what we can do against that guy. We could do a lot more farming here, as I've been saying. Like, we could get more fire gems, we could get more green powders, we only have 20, more poison fangs, many more petrify grenades, because obviously we're at the stage where you can literally just start a fight and use petrify grenades to just win it instantly, and that's still going to work quite well for a lot of encounters. In fact, oh, we created a monster already? What? Okay. That was quick. Earth Eater unlocks so fast. That's funny. Okay. Glad I went back. Level 1 key sphere, let's go! Oof. Oof. Would you use it on a weapon with slow touch? Ideally, no. It'd be one of those where I'd wait till I get like 4 free slots and just build a weapon from scratch. But what I wanted to do, I do think I should steal at least some more petrify grenades. Let's just have a few of these encounters here before we move it along. Where is it? I think your average is probably going to be 2 in terms of how many steals you're going to get. Yeah. Yeah, I think Deathproof, obviously I'm thinking ahead to Unalesca as well. Like, is there any value in having some Deathproof stuff on there? Maybe not. It's another situation where I guess theoretically you could farm, but I guess, nah, I think farming Farplane wins is a bit unrealistic, because even if you steal them from Espada, it's 6,000 for every fight. Like, that's a bit unrealistic. You're not going to have the guild to do that. But that's why usually with the Farplane wins, I think, should I do this, should I do that, and then ultimately I just don't do anything, and I just wait until like the game forces me to make a decision. Usually I go with, I think, Deathproof more often than not. But for this challenge, again, because we kind of don't know how much worse everything is going to be, like Unalesca, obviously, if we get there, maybe I should just hold on to it for now. I don't know. I mean, we have Petrify Grenades. That already does a lot for us. Preemptive, that's nice. Alright, I think we're going to try. Damn it. See, if only I had Death Strike. It might make Petrify grenade farming more possible. Yeah, it's mostly Unalesca that I'm thinking of for death, honestly. And well, because you tend to have a lot of other tools, you've got like your evade encounters, you've got petrify grenades, you've got a bunch of other stuff to take out, like random encounters. Or, obviously, you can get no encounters, potentially. Then it's like, is it really that necessary to have Death Strike? If you're capturing, obviously, it can be very, very useful. So that's another potential route if you really feel like you want to or need to capture everything. So there's definitely a few different ways you could think about it, and they're all potentially valid. But I think I'll just do this 1 or 2 more times, and then that'll be enough to, I think, just get me rolling. I'm not going to try to get Stone Strike or something for now. Yeah, not been able to pull it off. And well, as Erica said as well, if I do put Death Strike on a weapon, I'd kind of like it to be some kind of like ultimate random encounters weapon, you know? And what I mean by that is, like, for example, obviously I'd want it to be something that has 4 slots. She has slow touch, and ironically, he's got slow touch too, because obviously we got it from a same enemy. Like, that's just a wasted slot. So I'd love to obviously put it on like a fresh 4-slot weapon. Something like, obviously you'd want stuff like First Strike, maybe Evade Encounter, etc. So that's another reason I'm kind of holding out. I'm not sure if those 2 weapons are the best ones to put them on, you know? Alright, last time, and then we're going to move forward. Yeah, Heaven's Cataract. The tail move from these guys has always been really strong. We're lucky we don't have to encounter it in Jose. Alright. Triple steal. Nice. No quadruple steal this time. Yeah, I might now have a winning record against Chac. Nope. Honestly, in this one as well, I've died to it a lot more times than I've beaten it. That 50% has not been working too great. Or is it 25? It might be 25%. Anyway, how many do we have now after that mini session? 26. I think that's already enough to just start moving. Again, if we find that we run out, I think I'm just going to hack stuff in. I'm happy to move it along at this stage. Alrighty. Let's get a save. Okay. I think since this happened, we should still just get a steal in. Which one do we want the most? Poison Fang, probably. Yeah, I have cheated very shamelessly. Especially on the live streams. In front of an audience. Just want to make sure he doesn't have a capture weapon on. I think at this stage we don't need the capture weapons anymore. Maybe switch back to that. Okay. Yeah, true. Underdog secrets have not been used yet. Another preemptive. Okay. I'll take it. Now, this one, let me think. It could be, is generally considered an easier boss, but when you auto-haste stuff, I feel like everything can become more dangerous. It literally does anyway, but sometimes in a really weird way. Like, let's say Evre Altana is a good example of that, where thinking ahead, you'd be like, yeah, you know, 2 Phoenix Downs, just kill it. Should be like one of the easiest boss fights in the whole game, and then you're like, oh shit, okay, actually this is a little more difficult than that. So I'm wondering if this could be also similar in that sense. Can't provoke it, like use those kind of strategies to just really completely debilitate it. So it's probably going to be a lot of Phoenix Downs. So I'm just having a quick... I'm trying to find it. The one thing about this document is that it's just you can't control F to find stuff, so you always have to scroll through. Where is it? Ah, they're doing the Sunken Cave fiends first. You can't evade encounter Haymaker, right? That's why. Yeah, Haymaker, you can't evade encounter that. So that's my problem. It's obviously going to use Haymaker a lot more often than it would in a normal one because of the haste. It's a no sphere grid, so you can't provoke either. That's what I mean. Like, I still think it should be fine, but it uses Haymaker every 4th turn. But obviously on Auto-Haste, that 4th turn is going to be coming a lot more quickly. So I think as long as we just keep tossing the Phoenix Downs and we can keep up, then I think it should be fine. But I'm just reading through now, just double checking. I mean, the interesting thing, we basically haven't been hit with slow very much at all in this. There's a counter condition that Defender X has. If it's been targeted 5 times without taking a turn, it will use Sloga. That's kind of funny. Okay, let's just get into this one and see what happens. Update the save. Okay. Yeah, the chances of us doing enough hits to put Sloga on is pretty low.
Summons from Lord Seymour. Come with us.
We have nothing to discuss with Maester Seymour.
Yeah, so out of our way.
Lord Seymour's commands must be obeyed. You will come.
The sass on this guy.
I warn you. The Maester doesn't need you alive.
Oh, he just walks off. Okay. Let's have a look at this CTB. 2. Okay. Yeah, so Riku with evade encounter, obviously she should be not dying very often. 1 in every 4 turns there's a chance that she dies, basically. Other than that, we should be fine. Let me see. Why don't we have... Hold on. Grant permanent sensor should be on. Am I missing something? Yeah, I toggled it on and off. Now it works. Okay. Just thinking maybe I want to reserve my shining gems, so maybe I should use like fire gems or something. 22 fire gems would be just about enough. Let's just see how this battle flows. Let's just kick it off. What statuses can we put? We can put brakes on it. Like, in that sense, the brakes are fairly irrelevant, I think. Maybe not. I guess when it's mental broken, does it take more damage from... I think it does. I think we should use an overdrive here. Wait, its doom is 10 turns? That's kind of funny, actually. I did not know that. Did we have a Candle of Life? That'd be a kind of funny way to kill it. Yeah, evade and counter is really keeping you pretty safe in this fight. Yeah, I don't think we have a Candle of Life. Damn it, that would have been really fun. So if it has a Doom counter of 10, how do we get Doom on it here? It's just Haymaker that can kill, but I think naturally his agility is pretty bad. So thankfully, I was just wondering that could he end up getting a lot of Haymakers and then we struggle to keep people alive, but it seems pretty fine to me. So I think we can pretty much blast through. Doesn't Lulu learn Doom? Yeah, she got hit by the first Haymaker, which is basically the worst outcome. And now we just have to wait. So this is the only thing that slows you down a bit here. And well, because it is fast, like it can kind of... Already Haymaker is the next turn, and Riku's only just had a turn here. So if Haymaker hits Riku a lot, it's just going to waste a lot of your time. But this should be pretty pedestrian. Haymaker on Riku again. Let me have a quick read of that. Does it target someone in particular for that? Haymaker, one character. Again, I think that's just RNG that it hit Riku twice there. Could Kimari learn Mighty Guard from this guy? I just want to test this. I'm curious. It's probably a bad idea, but I want to know. No, fine. There's your answer. Of course Kimari got taken out immediately there. Ah, there you go. So it does have to wait for him to use it first. That's kind of lame. It's in the move set, so why can't he learn it? Bullshit. Now he's not going to be able to stay alive. Yeah, I need to try and get him back out of there somehow. Yeah, you never know. Something like Mighty Guard could be nice to have. Sooner rather than later. Nice, okay. Get Kimari out now. Let's get Auron back out there. Yeah, almost halfway there. Okay, good. She's been avoiding the haymakers now. That helps. Should be Mighty Guard time soon. $25K left. Okay. Damn it. Italian translation manages to be both, sometimes even at the same time. Lancet is draconian for no particular reason. Yeah, localization is always fun. This is one of the most fair boss fights for an Auto-Haste nose. Indeed it is, yeah. This basically doesn't pretty much feel any different from a normal nose sphere grid. Hey Rasputin6, welcome to the stream. It's going well, I would say. Managed to capture everything in the Calm Lands, captured everything in Macalania, got some goodies for that, and now we're trying to continue and make a little more progress. Yeah, without evading counter, I don't know. Could be interesting. I feel like, again, you'd probably have to try and do some breaks and double HPs and protects and that kind of stuff. You might be able to get there. But evading counter definitely helps. 12,000. Okay. When does it use Mighty Guard? I thought it would have triggered by now. Let me have another look. Oh, it has to be under my armor break as well? If it's not under armor break, it doesn't use it. I think. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess so many of us just like armor break it, but we don't notice. Do localizers have to be able to speak any language other than the one they're working in? Very curious how that works. I can offer some perspective. I worked as a localization technician for a couple of years. Basically, at least as the people who check, like people who work in localization, they need to work in. For us, at least, you had to have enough English alongside your local language. So, if you were someone who just spoke French, for example, and your English was really, really terrible, you wouldn't be able to be a French localization person. That's how it worked for us, at least. So, I don't know, maybe every company kind of does it differently. But I think you pretty much need to. You can't just be... Localization is definitely a bilingual kind of thing. Okay. Can we also get Mighty Guard from Biran and Yenke? We can, right? So do we need to get it from this guy? But yeah, it's Banishing Blade. We don't have... Oh, we do have Banishing Blade. Fine. Might as well get it now, though. Something different. Why not? Yeah, I think it's best to have it now. I might even need to use it for the fight, honestly. Huh? What? That didn't work. You can't learn it from Defend X? I had a feeling you couldn't, but... Rip. Anyway. No, it's never chance-based. If you can learn it, you can learn it. There's no chance. I've been hoodwinked. Yeah, if Carithian was around in like the last 10 minutes, we might even lose this here. We were one turn away from getting a game over here. Terrible. I think I have to use a Mega Phoenix now. Yeah, I think I might be locked here. But yeah, this is why, in my mind at least, there's a lot of people that know their Final Fantasy in the chat, but Carithian just, he's a different level. Like, I never fully trust something unless it comes from Carithian. I just want to see if you can get by with normal Phoenix Downs here. Because Riku's recovery is a little faster. There you go. Yeah, Carithian just laughing in the background, like... Alright, we're basically going to win with this one. Let's do it. Yeah, I think Carithian just watches so much Final Fantasy X that it really helps his memory as well. Outside of these sessions that I play, I don't watch much Final Fantasy, so I play like 3 hours of Final Fantasy X every 2 weeks. And I feel like Carithian gets a lot more Final Fantasy X in over the 2 weeks than I do. He just keeps that memory fresh. But there you go. It was as easy as... pretty much as it is in normal No Sphere Grid, honestly. It felt very similar. A rare treat.